I think it all goes back into the same streaming channel.
Is that what it does?
I
Like
think
it's one channel of its own for the streaming, and then when it's done, it processes it and makes it its own separate link.
Yeah, I think so. Because everyone seems to be able to, like, even people were telling me that the link is the same every time.
Interesting.
So I guess we're back.
I think we should be.
Okay, hi everybody. Sorry about the thing, but we're back.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
So let's get back to the very beginning where we say happy birthday to Kristen. Happy birthday, Kristen, buddy.
Happy birthday, Kristen.
Happy birthday to Kristen today.
I can't even chime in because it just like the audio cuts back and forth between us.
Yeah. All right. I think they can see us. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just make sure.
They can see us.
Hangouts on air. Okay, we're back.
Hello.
Okay. Looks good-ish. Oh, wait, that's not it. No, I want to go back here and refresh this shit. Oh, okay. Wait, live now. There it is. Okay.
Are you seeing the wrong stuff?
No, well, it was when I was on the other link. I don't know. These links are so garbled nonsense.
It is.
Oh, man. Okay, so we're here. We're free
Hello,
to.
Helen.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
She said hi specifically to me, so I'm saying hello to Helen.
Good. Okay, well, let's start with some questions then.
You got questions?
I do. I have questions from Little Womanly One on Tumblr. We may skip a couple of them because we've done them recently, I think.
Okay.
So, number one, what is your favorite Christmas song? Sing a little bit of it for us, please.
I don't know if I have a favorite Christmas song.
I can't even express how congested I am right now and how not suitable for singing that is. Let's see here.
I don't have a Christmas song.
I
Sing
do.
for us, Bill. Sing for us.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Let me do this. Pop out chat.
Just be like, you can just sing something low. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Or do some Grinch stuff.
Oh, Danny, you just blew it hard for everyone. That is not going to happen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I would say my favorite actual Christmas song is by. You're going to hate that I say this because you're going to wish you said it. Is Psycho Stick's "Red Snow"? That actually is a song I enjoy listening to.
I didn't even know you listened to Psycho Stick.
I've listened to their first like three or four albums. But
they're really cool dudes. Like if you ever get a chance to meet them, they're just super nice dudes.
Yeah. Psycho Stick, search for Psycho Stick Red Snow. It's a retelling of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from the point of view of Rudolph being basically one of the Columbine shooters, where Rudolph is so angry at being ridiculed for his deformity that he kills the entire other reindeers, the entirety of the other reindeers. So it's actually, and it's a good song. Like it's a good, like kind of hardcore song. Not entirely not entirely easy to sing.
Wow, Brandy knows Psycho Stick too.
Yeah, Beer Song is their number one thing.
Have you ever heard, what was that #1 radio hit or something like that?
Yeah, number one radio hit was really good.
Love that one.
I also like another one about Christmas song related to killing is The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al.
I haven't heard that.
Down in the workshop, all the elves are making toys for the good Gentile girls and the good Gentile boys. Then the boss busted in, and he scared them half to death. Had a rifle in his hands and cheap whiskey on his breath. From his beard to his boots, he was covered with ammo, like a big fat drunk, disgruntled Yuletide Rambo. And he smiled as he said, with a twinkle in his eye, "Merry Christmas to all, and you're all gonna die. The night that Santa went crazy, the night Saint Nick went insane. Realized he'd been getting the raw deal. Something finally must have snapped in his brain." That's the first verse and chorus, approximately.
Something similar to that.
Yeah.
Is that one of his own songs? Like,
Weird Al?
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like as opposed to like a cover?
Yeah.
No, I mean, as far as I know, I think it's funny because the opening like guitar part sounds like it's from another song, but I don't know the actual song. I think it's like an Ozzy Osbourne song or something, but I think the actual meat of the song is an original.
Interesting. I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah. Albuquerque's a friggin' confusing song. Helen, I know you love it. I'm never worried about you not loving it, Helen. So let's see. What's the second? Do you have any other Christmas songs that you can think of that you maybe like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer?
Meh. No. Now I just want to go and listen to the Psycho Stick album, the Christmas one.
Yeah. I think that's the only one off the Christmas album that I actually have heard.
I got the whole album.
Yeah.
It's got a friggin', there's iTunes.
Let me see here. Let me see what this is.
So long. Where'd iTunes go?
Let's do another question. Let's move along. Have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
What? Of course. Multiple times.
Willing to discuss?
Uncountable amount of times. No, not maybe geez. I would say under 10 times. I mean, nothing bad. Like, I didn't do anything. So might have been going over the speed limit in a 25 zone.
Yeah, I got pulled over when I was in high school. Me and my buddy wanted to do a senior prank really bad because like we went to this Catholic boys school and like it's sort of that like douchey like frat mentality where it's like you don't understand. Our school has a long history of like really clever senior pranks where the senior class pulls together a outrageous idea and like pulls it over on the faculty. And we were like, man, no one's done a senior prank in a couple of years. And if they did, it was stupid and no one even heard about it. So we knew there was a way to break into the school. And we were like, well, let's just put something big and immovable in the middle of the gym. And it won't harm the school, so we won't be really liable. But we went out and we bought like a $200 car that basically wouldn't pass inspection. And we broke into the school one night before like this big charity like called a walkathon where the entire school student body walks 10 miles as a fundraiser. Their parent, everyone gets their parents and extended family to donate money for this thing. And we brought this like little Ford Escort into the gymnasium where everyone was going to gather for like the opening ceremonies. And we laid down this tarp and we jacked it up. We took the wheels off of it and we left it on cinder blocks in the middle of the gym. And we had spray painted class of 2001 as rules or whatever, Bishop Hendrick and, whatever the name of the school. And we turned the headlights and the windshield wipers on, and then we snapped the key off in the ignition. So you couldn't actually turn the car off without a pair of pliers, at least. But they were pretty good sports about it. They left the car in the gym, and they actually had a second gym that they opened up and did the opening ceremonies in there instead. And then, the walkathon went as planned, but everyone had to walk by this car in the gym that we had left. And it was, it was kind of fun. People took some cell phone videos and we got a little bit of notoriety. We didn't get any notoriety because we didn't tell anyone actually, but, the prank itself got to be known as a thing that happened. But, yeah, that was 2 people out of the 200 in our class that actually got to work on a senior prank that year. But on the way to get the car, sorry, I got sidetracked. On the way to get the car, we were in a rush because my buddy needed to get to work like within a couple hours, and we had to drive an hour and drive an hour back. And I got pulled over for doing 93 miles an hour. And I was like 3 days from turning 18, and the fucking cop called my mom. Because when you're a minor, the cop can involve your parents. So this state trooper asshole pulls me over, and he sees that I'm 3 days from turning 18. He calls my mom. She thinks it's my brother, and it turns out that it's me. And he tells her I was going 93, and she gets pissed off. And he was like mocking me. Like, he's like, "Do you have any idea how fast you were going?" And I was like, "Honestly, I didn't even look." He goes, "Honestly, I didn't even look." And he's like, as a cop, is that okay for you to fucking mock me? Like, instead of being a professional and doing your job? Like,
No, a lot of them are bullies, man. Those people that pick on you in high school, those are the people that become cops.
yeah. So he was a piece of shit. And honestly, I hope he got brought up on corruption charges later on in his life or something, because he truly was a real asshole. So I usually speak very highly of the police officers that I deal with in any given. Like, I've had cops in LA come and respond to calls in my building, and they've been extremely courteous and professional. But this one time when I got pulled over, yes, I was going very fast and I shouldn't have been. But the way he acted was so childish and so like mean spirited that I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. But every other cop I've dealt with has more or less been a pretty decent human being. So I don't want people to assume that I think all cops are assholes. Do you have any particularly standout stories about being pulled over?
No. I remember one time, like the worst thing that actually ever happened was I got detained once because I was out jogging. This was like 8 years ago. I was out jogging and I went around the corner and I just happened to be jogging right by this house that 4 cop cars from every direction came. And just like, they all pulled up, slamming on their brakes, guns are all out, and they're just going crazy. And all the people that were in the yard and stuff that I was running by were just all running around like crazy and getting out of there and jumping over fences and everything. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So I spent like an hour or so in the back of a cop car before they finally just let me go. But I was just jogging by this house that they were getting ready to raid. So that was fun.
Yeah.
I have wonderful timing in life.
Oh, hi to Frost Adder, who apparently can't be here watching right now. Phonics, Hemaphonics. Steven, did you get to try any of the coffees that Brandy sent yet?
No, I just got them. Right before I started the broadcast, I just got them. They're all right here.
That's a lot of coffee.
That's nothing. You see what's behind me? There's 2 boxes.
That's a lot of coffee.
That's not even what's in the kitchen. That's not even what's sitting over here. I don't have any more room for coffee.
Oh, do you have hot chocolate?
Yeah. No. Mine. Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, you got the Dunkin' Donuts K-Cup.
And then, yeah.
I'm looking for packets of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and they don't even make it. They only make the K-Cups. It's such bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what they're telling you, right? Get a Keurig.
God, I don't. There's no way. I had a Keurig and I gave it away.
See? You could have had hot chocolate by Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, for like fucking $1.50 a cup.
How are they that expensive?
I bet they're not that much, but still, I don't want it.
No idea how much those things cost. I'm sure it's cheaper to get it like this than it is to get it like this.
Yeah.
Because there's just more. There's more packaging here. This is heavier, but this is just all packaging.
Yeah.
And then just a little bit of whatever in there. So, yeah.
That's not really fast. I can't.
There's more coming even today. Like another box of coffee is coming. I'm probably just going to put everything out on the kitchen island and just take a giant picture with all the coffee that I have.
Well, it's tough because you can't. It's like if you try them all, now you've got 18 open bags of coffee that you have to try to finish.
They're all opened.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're all like, they're still sealed containers. So, but all the boxes are opened now, I think. I'm pretty sure. It's a lot. There's so much. It's unbelievable. And there's 6 more boxes in the kitchen.
Oh, my God. Mophonix was framed for stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's an interesting setup.
I got set up once. I mean, it wasn't. Oh, no. That's okay. I did actually get set up once. There was our school. This was in 9th grade. Our school had gotten a bunch of calculators, like really expensive ones. And they're very adamant about like they would hand them out to each of us and then we would use them for whatever we were working on and then we turned them back in. Well, one of the people didn't turn it back in, so they were missing one and it became a big ordeal. And eventually somebody went to the principal and said that they saw me with it and it was in my locker. And at this school I went to, like there was under 100 students with middle school and high school put together as one. So nobody really closed their lockers.
Right.
So they went to my locker and opened it and found the calculator in there and they were talking to me. I'm like, well, you said you had to open my locker. Did you actually have to put in the combo to open it? And they said, yes. I'm like, I never shut my locker. And then they were asking me about it. I'm like, I didn't take it. Why don't you ask the person who told you that they saw me take it? And that's the person who probably took it. It was years later in my early 20s that I found out it really was that girl.
Yeah.
Who accidentally took it, but instead of being a good sport about it and be like, oh shit, I didn't realize I'd put it in my bag.
Right.
She threw it in my locker, closed my locker, and then went to the principal and blamed it on me. So
like responsibility. That's such a huge lesson to learn. Take responsibility for your actions. Like, yeah, you're going to end up paying some money or doing a little servitude. But if I can just come clean, people. If you get caught, you got to do your time.
Yep.
Question number 3. If you could wake up tomorrow in someone else's body, who would you pick and what would you do?
Wait, I'm sorry. I was reading Helen's thing for Steven. Could you please wish Kristen a happy birthday? I did this twice.
Yeah, happy birthday, Kristen. Every 5 minutes, we'll just check in with Kristen and tell her happy birthday. Jesus Christ.
Kristen, in case you didn't hear it the other times, happy birthday. We even did like this thing, and we're like singing. I mean, I don't know what that was, but we did this 3 times. 3 times now. Okay. All right. So what was the question?
If you could wake up in someone else's body tomorrow, whose body would you wake up in?
It'd be a very gorgeous female. Who would I want? Or should it be somebody of power? I would like to know what it's like to be the president for a day.
That'd be
Maybe. Like, that would be a crazy ass day, I think. But I think it would also give me a lot more insight on how much, like, the president really doesn't have control. The president's supposed to be like the number one top honcho dude in control of things, but he's really not. He's more of just like the public face. So I'd kind of want to just see that and be a part of that for a day.
I would be Donald Trump for a day.
Oh God.
And I would undo everything he stands for.
Everything.
I would make the most public statements about, like, guys, listen, this is all a joke. I've been being blatantly racist to show everyone that racism exists, and I don't stand by anything that I've said in the past few months.
I honestly feel like the entire thing really is like a comedy act of some sort. Or
wouldn't it be crazy if he got to like the presidential finals, like you got down to the final like night before election, and he was just like, guys, listen, I quit. I'm out. I've done this all as a joke, and the American people have shown me that I should have no faith in the democratic process. I'm now dropping the Republican candidate position to show that to show that the system can be manipulated. Everyone who is going to vote for me, your vote will now be wasted. Like, goodbye forever. I'm leaving this world. And then he gets in a rocket ship and leaves.
In a spaceship.
Yeah.
He's really
spaceship for myself, and I'm leaving. My planet needs me. Goodbye.
Wait, take Hillary with you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, whatever. There's some reasonable people. I watched the GOP debates the other night, and like, there was some people who were like obviously still Republican candidates and still had Republican shit to say, but they were like, you know what, guys, fucking blanket statements about religious groups are not the way to go. And like, that's at least a reasonable approach to what they're going after. And it's like, that's all I kind of need to know, is that the fucking person who's going to be in like finger on the button isn't going to be like, all of everyone who has this color skin is a bad person and we're going to destroy the world about it. Like, that's all I really want to know. So, yeah. So if you ever want to know where I lean politically, that's pretty much how it's going to go. So you would be a gorgeous woman. I think that would kind of be my second choice, where it's just like, yeah, I want to see.
I want to be like a really gorgeous celebrity or model woman for a day in the entertainment industry, and just see, like, just to absorb the way people treat me, you know?
Yeah.
As a person. It's like, it has nothing to do whether the fact, like, I would probably be an asshole. Like, I'd just be a major asshole to everybody and just see how many people just still are so nice. It's all about the looks. You could just be a horrible person, but as long as you look good.
You know what's funny though is that I find that most like really beautiful people who do get a lot of like generosity for the fact that they're aesthetically pleasing, they actually are super nice people a lot of the time. Like, a lot of the time when I meet people where I'm like, that guy's probably an asshole. He's like some sort of rich male supermodel, like fucking, driving around in his expensive car, and then I meet him and I actually like end up really liking him despite my own like
Securities.
yeah, like, and I would rather not like him, but I do, or her, like, and I'll meet this girl that's like this gorgeous girl who would never, and I assume she would never talk to me, and then after I like get up the balls to like just say hi, she's like, hi, I'm a human being, like, yeah, I'm capable of being a model or an actress or whatever it is that people want out of a beautiful person, but as it turns out, I'm really cool as well. But that's easier. I swear to God, it's easier to be a nice person when everyone's nice to you to begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're not completely off the hook.
But they probably wouldn't put up with your shit at all if you started being an ass. So
Right. I mean, yeah, an asshole's an asshole. So you probably get a little leeway for being gorgeous because people want to still sleep with you. But, you know, what are you going to do? So that's our answers to that one.
So gorgeous woman and Donald Trump.
Gorgeous woman and extremely influential evil person. Number 4. What do you typically have for breakfast?
Coffee. Honestly, it's usually oatmeal, like old-fashioned oatmeal with protein powder put in it. That is breakfast 90% of the time.
I usually do 2 scrambled eggs with white American cheese on it and some sort of fruit if I can. Raspberries have been a top contender lately for that fruit spot.
Mika says she thinks I would choose Scarlett Johansson.
No.
If I was to choose a beautiful woman, I think it would have to be somebody that I'm very much attracted to, and she's not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, Scarlett Johansson had her roles where I was like, oh my God, Scarlett Johansson. But, you know who I might do is actually, I might want to be the young woman who is currently the lead in the new Star Wars movie. Just to see what it's like to be in that transition of you are literally in the explosion that is your superstar career right now. Like, you just got to be the fucking lead character in Star Wars Episode 7. And on top of that, you're a gorgeous girl. Like, so.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That would be an interesting thing. That's the same thing with like with Deadpool, with that girl who's going to be in that. Oh, I totally forgot her name and what she's playing. When we just had this discussion like last week or the week before that. But the girl who's one of the X-Men characters in Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for her. Like, this is her biggest thing that she's doing.
Right. So,
I mean, it's not Star Wars, but still,
yeah, it's
I'm looking forward to Deadpool more than anything.
Who's making their name, putting their name on the map. That's not a real phrase, but yeah, getting their name out there for the first time in a really big way. All right, next up.
Those are the movies to get involved in, like with Fox doing Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Wait, who's doing Deadpool? Is that Fox? Yeah. Yeah,
it is Fox, I think, but I think Marvel.
That's why they have an X-Men in there, or they got 2 X-Men in there. So that makes sense. But Fox works with a lot of people that haven't done anything before, and they're just putting them in big movies, which is pretty crazy. Like they did with the Wolverine too. They had a couple people in there that had never done anything acting wise at all, and then they give them major roles.
Yeah, but that can go really wrong. If anyone's ever seen the movie Haywire, like, it's a perfect example of what happens when you commit to using someone who has no acting experience in a main role of a movie, and it's a big budget film. It's got a lot of A-list celebrities, or high level celebrities in it, and then it's got this lead character that you're just like, what the fuck is she doing here? Like, this is awful.
Well, I'm sure they go through the ringer quite a bit before they go for these people.
I think, well, she's a stunt woman. I think what they wanted was, she's like a UFC fighter slash stunt woman. And what they wanted from her was the ability to do awesome fight scenes. And she gave them that. Like, the fight scenes were really cool, but just all the in between was just awful. Like, it was just like watching somebody fucking read the instructions for a VCR. It was just bad.
Oh, good.
So, all right, next question is, if you could ask yourself from the future a question, what would it be? So, future self, you're looking at yourself. Let's set it at 20 years from now. You're looking at your 53-year-old self. You got one question. What are you going to ask?
Which people to avoid? Like, I want a list of names of people I shouldn't have anything to do with and for the next 20-something years of my life, and the people I should have something to do with. Like, just these lists. That's it. And I'll have this checklist, and like people come to my life, like, oh, you're on that list. Okay, no, delete, get out of here. Shoo.
I mean, but if you could give that list to your 20-year-old self, would you have a definite list of names?
I would have a list. I have a list. Yeah.
Good.
It would be interesting to like give that list and see if maybe I could progress in things quicker in life.
Yeah.
Like you should do this with your life. You should do this. You should get into doing this. You should learn how to do this. Maybe take some classes at college to know how to do this. And by the time you hit 30, you're like, 100 times more knowledgeable in what in the things that you want to do. It feels like my progression in anything that I've done over the years has been an extremely slow progression. Quick knowledge. Download that shit directly into the brain.
Yeah. I think
you saw The Matrix. Plug it in. Teach me Kung Fu in like 20 minutes. Master it.
I think I would ask what the single most innovative idea of the next 20 years would be, so that I could
ban internet.
Yeah, but I mean that's already like, you can't just break into Comcast and like, get a hold of that, a piece of that.
You design the technology, you patent it. Like the guy who invented Yahoo broadband. Like Yahoo bought it off that dude for billions of dollars. Billions.
But that's not an invention as it is like a brand, It's like that guy had
it's an invention. It's not something we physically see, but it's something we all use.
But he more like built an infrastructure more than he invented a concept.
What do you want to invent? The smartphone? Huh?
No, I want to invent, like, I don't know, the fucking shoes, like the rubber for shoes that never wears down, or tires that never have to like be changed, or just the idea that can easily be segued into an invention or the concept that can make a website that changes the world and ends up being, Google, or ends up being the next iPhone, or what, I don't know, nothing even that high tech, like the fucking non-scratch screen covers for a cell phone, like something like that seems obtainable.
The invisible shields?
Yeah, I don't know. But 20 years from now, it could be discovered that the cure for cancer is in a vegetable that we usually have considered non-edible. or something like that, you know, and I could be the guy that funds the research for that somehow.
It's in shrooms.
Yeah, fucking drug users wish.
If you could take out the hallucinating drug part of it, sure.
Yeah.
That would be, I think that would probably be like the scariest thing ever is hallucinogenic drugs. I would not want to hallucinate ever.
Yeah, I'm not big into losing control, so I'm on the same boat with you. I don't know. There's a lot of things I'd want to ask my future self, but I'd probably try to make money off of it.
Yeah.
As far as avoiding people, like if I were to look back at my 20-year-old self, I don't think I would have a list of people to avoid because most of the people that have done me the most harm were also people that I let in closest because I loved them so much. And I think it wouldn't be worth losing that like experience of loving this person to avoid the harm that they would have done, you know?
There would still be a couple of those I'd avoid too.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's two people I would say to avoid. But they were people that are in my mind now. Like, I can't even remember one of their names because they meant so little to me, but they ended up causing like harm that was long lasting. So, yeah, that would be the two names that I would give to myself. Anyways, moving along. Okay.
How many questions is that?
That's 5, I think, out of 9.
Man, well, we got 10 minutes.
We can do it. 6. What was the last song you danced to? Jesus.
Holy shit.
Did you dance?
I don't really dance as much as I like. I don't know how do you like I move my legs a lot. But that has a lot to do with the ADD.
Yeah.
Like I'll move my legs and I'll shake my butt to a song. Not like shaking it like twerking where people can actually see it. Like you couldn't see what I'm doing, but somebody could feel it if they were touching me. If that makes sense. Is that weird? Like I can vibrate my butt to the sound of like a fast Metallica song or something. You know.
It's like a burlesque thing. Burlesque dancers do a lot of that. Butt flexing.
I highly recommend it. It's good exercise. No, I don't know.
I don't know. The last thing I actually danced to, I think the last time I danced was at Kamikaze.
Yeah.
I did a little.
That was funny because they actually wanted me to dance, wasn't it?
No. This was this year. I was with Trinity All Stars, and they were just doing a silly little cosplay dance music video. So I spent 15 seconds dancing with the Trinity All Stars, and I don't know, it was just a silly little thing. But like, I don't know. I'm sure I have danced since then in a joking way, but that's pretty much all the dancing I do is joke dancing.
Yeah. And well, actually, we had you dancing in the music video.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, and even that, I don't know.
It was a lot. I could probably do like a 1.5 minute long video of just the dancing you were doing.
All right.
I only cut out the segments that I thought were the funniest and threw them in.
Let's see what Helen says about that, because there's definitely going to be somebody who's like, I want that video.
Oh my God. Yeah, we can do something with that.
Lionheart by Girls' Generation. All right. Next up. Do you have any lucky items, objects, or traditions?
Lucky items? No.
I think I consider the make and model of my car to be a lucky item. Like, I won't drive any other car than the type I drive because I think it's the safest car on the road because I've had luck with accidents with these types of cars before being safe.
Yeah, I got nothing. I
Yeah,
have no lucky items because I try not to. I used to in the past, but I try not to put any stock into that.
do you ever like leave the house without wearing a certain thing and then feel like shit, I forgot to wear my thing?
I do that a lot with like my bracelets,
Yeah.
like accessories. If I haven't like a necklace and the leather strap thing and my rings, like I always forget that stuff, and I like to wear those things going out. But I don't go out often, so when I do, I usually forget to put them on. So there's just like little accessory things which I like to have.
Yeah, I'm the same way with like my cuff and my watch and stuff. I like to have it on me more because I like to know what time it is with my watch, and the cuff I just feel like balances out the symmetry of it. So yeah, we're not huge on superstitious like baubles and stuff. Have you ever invented a fairly unique meal or drink?
I do a lot of different weird things with the smoothies. Like yesterday, I made a smoothie that was just amazing, and I didn't think it was going to be any good. I just threw a bunch of stuff in there. I had like pumpkin spice. I had that, and it was banana and carrots and avocado
Weird.
and some protein powder, and I just blended all that together, and it was amazing. It was like one of the best drinks I ever had.
Crazy. I like ginger ale and orange juice together. It's
You
like
got me hooked on that ginger beer. Like that stuff. That stuff's amazing.
yeah. So ginger ale, orange juice with a little bit of ice, maybe, or even ginger beer and orange juice makes like a nice non-high fructose orange soda. Uh, what was the last DVD you purchased?
I'm not sure what the last one I purchased. The last one I got though was from Mika, and it was Age of Ultron. So
The
that's the last DVD / Blu-ray thing. But I can't remember the last one I've actually bought. It's been a long time.
I think the last one I borrowed was the original Thor movie, which I'm looking at right now. I have to give it back to my buddy. But people give me DVDs more than I have bought them. Like, God, I haven't bought a DVD in forever. Probably not since 2006, maybe. But
Yeah,
people throw out their DVDs when they get the Blu-rays, and I'm always the first person they give them to.
oh, so we're specific on DVDs, not like Blu-rays.
I guess DVD, Blu-rays, but I've never bought a Blu-ray in my life. I don't think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
watched.
I try to stick to only just either Marvel and DC stuff. As far as purchasing anything, those are pretty much the only things I'm willing to buy. Anything else, I'll just, I don't know, watch online or something. Unless it has anything to do with like, there's exceptions like RoboCop and Terminator. Like I'll purchase those ones.
Yeah.
They're just ones that I have to have. But at this point, I have so many DVDs and Blu-rays that it's not worth it for me to just have every single thing that I like and just stick to certain ones that are just really good.
Last question. Do you shout out the answers at the TV while watching quiz shows?
I don't watch any of those.
I think I'll shout out like incorrect when like Marvel or DC or like a comic book movie is made. I'll shout out sometimes that that's not how it was in the comic.
That's not how it was in the comic.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly like that.
I'll be like, Al Simmons was never in that operation. That was a totally different precursor to the operation where he was killed. Jason Wynn doesn't look like that. Kingpin wouldn't be able to do that or whatever. Like, I do that a lot with like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually, because it's bullshit.
Do you yell that stuff out loud before you write it on Twitter?
Sometimes I do.
I can imagine you doing that.
I don't know.
Especially the one with Coulson. Like I read the one about Coulson dying. Like, oh really? You died. Shocker, or whatever you wrote. Like it's actually pretty funny coming from you.
Well, the thing is, the show fucking says it every 5 seconds. Yeah. So, but that, so you don't, there's nothing that makes you shout at the screen?
No, not really. No.
My wife.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Give me the shout at her.
For crying out loud.
Blocking the screen. Right? That big old ass is standing in front of it. She thinks no. That ass. She thinks it's a window. When I want to watch a TV, I want to watch a TV. When I want to see that ass, I'll look at that ass, but not in front of the TV. Gotta keep them separate. Just two different entities, you know. It's like there's work and then there's home life. And you just gotta keep it separate. That ass, that TV. Just
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so it's now 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go and try to do a couple things with my day.
I'm gonna go have breakfast.
Do you see any potential holdups keeping us from doing a 6 o'clock?
No, we're good. We're good for 6.
Okay, we'll see you guys in about 5 hours.
Woohoo!
But until then, it's December 17th, 2015. That's ThorTV.
That's me.
And I'm Loki Hates You. Love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.